How do you get blood work without going to see a doctor? Let me show you. How to get blood work without going to the doctor is extremely easy. Now, why you would want to do this is up to you, but usually it's because of time constraints and trying to have a little privacy. So the way you want to do this is first, you need a Quest Diagnostics account. So this is where you want to go, questdiagnostics.com. Set up an account here so that you can log on whenever you need to. You can go to myquest.com, which is for patients. Brings up this page. Now they have an app for iPhone and Android. The app is super useful and it's very easy to use. But before we can go forward, you need an account with Quest Diagnostics. It's going to ask for possibly your social and maybe your driver's license, but that is to make sure that it's secure because this is essentially your health information and this can be shared with doctors if you so wish to. Now, once you set up an account with Quest Diagnostics, you're going to go to a website called Private MD Labs. Now there's other websites that you can use, but this is the one that I like to use because it's always worked for me and they have decent discount codes and the pricing I think is very good. So when you go to this website, you can search for specific blood tests that you want in the search bar. But for most people that are in the bodybuilding or athletic community, you can go to this bodybuilder testing section. Now, once you go to this section, you're always going to want to find the ones that say Quest Diagnostics. You can also use LabCorp, but LabCorp is notoriously more expensive and I don't see the need to do that. So once you go through here, you can see the description of the different tests and what they include. But the ones that I would recommend just to make use of this video is at least something, for most of you guys are probably curious about your testosterone because that's one reason you wouldn't go to a doctor is because you don't want to bring it up. I know it's embarrassing, so you can just find out yourself. So when you see this, another thing you can get is CBC, which shows like red blood cell count, hematocrit, things like that that actually matter. Then of course, a comprehensive metabolic panel. It's going to have your liver enzymes on there, a bunch of stuff. Just do some Googling, see what kind of things you can find on here. Make sure that you understand the tests and what you're actually looking for. And if you want one of these tests specifically, like just one of these, you can look it up and just get that specific test on here. But for the most part, the better deals are ones that have them all together. Here's one with prolactin. I mean, here's the one that you should probably get is one that has lipids just because lipids are so important. This one is going to show, yeah, this one's one of my favorite ones. It also includes platelets as well. So it's got your blood, complete blood count, comprehensive metabolic panel, includes EGFR so you can check on your kidneys, estradiol so you can see your estrogen, got your FSH, and then it's also got a lipid panel on here and your LH. So the fact that it's got FSH and LH, you can check to see if you're naturally producing testosterone, if it's all working out the way it should. And then testosterone total LC/MS-MS. So that is a little different than total testosterone. So if you are on gear and your total testosterone is really high, this is the one you need because it's going to show it. And there's more details if you Google it and look on this website. But what you're going to do is add it to your cart. And of course, you want to have a profile on here too, just to make this a little easier. But you're going to order this test. You're going to go through the checkout process and let me see if it'll show us, but I'm pretty sure. So this part of the screen, I'm going to blur this out for myself, but you can select the closest Quest Diagnostics lab just so that this order can go for that specific lab. Now, once you get to the order screen, you're going to have a lot of places on here to put in different information, but you want to put in a coupon code. There's tons of coupon codes out there for this one. A lot of times when you first go to their website, it'll give you a 15% coupon code. There's a lot of coaches and athletes that have coupon codes. I know Stan Efferding has one that's like Rhino 10 that gives you 10% off. But nevertheless, once you figure out the test you want, you have your coupon code in, put your patient information in just as it is on your ID, go through the payment, and then you complete the order. Now, what it does after this is it's going to send you an email showing a confirmation of the order. Then it's also going to send you a requisition for the order to your email. Now, you can either fax this to the Quest Diagnostics lab that you're going to, or what I do is you just print it out. Now, once you print out that order, it's going to have all of those things you ordered on it, on the test. You're going to see it on there. It's going to have the codes for these. Now, you just make an appointment at the Quest Diagnostics lab closest to you that you ordered that form for. You go to that lab, you check in, you literally just hand them this sheet and they'll take your blood. They don't ask you why you're getting this blood work. They don't want to know why you're getting your testosterone checked. None of this. They don't even need to see your insurance because this is paid for, or you have paid for this test. So you're getting the results. After they take your blood, they send the results back to private MD labs, at which point they'll tell you the results yourself. They'll send you a link that you can see it. But if you already have a Quest Diagnostics account, as soon as that blood work is finished, it's going to show up on your account. And for most blood tests, it takes like a couple days at the most. So you literally hand them the piece of paper with the blood work. They take your blood. They ask no questions. They ask no questions at all. You leave, and 2 to 3 days later, your results show up on your account. Now from there, it's up to you what you want to do with it. If there's something that is out of range, obviously I recommend you see a doctor at that point. Everything's in range, you know, that's up to you what you want to do with that information. I'm not going to tell you whether you should or shouldn't see a doctor, but the thing is, this is a good way to sort of get your mind around where your body's at with your blood work without having to deal with going to a doctor, because most people don't want to go to a doctor because they have to make an appointment. They have to drive there. They have to explain to them why they want the blood work and then hope that the doctor is okay with ordering the blood work. Then your insurance may or may not know about the blood work. So that's another point with this. Your insurance is not going to know that your testosterone was super high or this or that because they're not involved. Don't give your insurance information, so they won't have this on file, okay? So at that point, if you were to go to a doctor, then they would get your blood work. You would have to come back to the office if they don't want to tell you the results over the phone. The results may or may not be good. If one thing is out of range, they might freak out and make a big deal about it. So I get it. There's a lot of time and there's a lot of privacy at risk if you have to go to the doctor and ask for certain blood work. This, you don't have to do that. You just order the blood work you want and it comes to you. So if this video helped you out, please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it.